Okay, hello everyone, we're live. Um, Welcome to my channel. Today, I'd like to talk to you about being intentional since we are arriving to the end of a fantastic year, or very interesting for some people. 2025 has been a bridge year, a bridge into the new earth. So, the new earth that we're creating all together. I have spoken about this in one of my books, and it's something that so many people have spoken about. Particularly, I can think of the Eckhart Tolle book, The New Earth, I believe it's called, and so many other books. And yeah, all these volunteers that have been, my cat is here, that have been passing on the message of what is coming, giving people hope to, those people back in the 80s, in the 90s, 2000s, noughties, they say. It was definitely a challenging time. I'm sure everyone always found time to be happy and enjoy themselves, but definitely we have worked really hard for the system, and a system that wasn't maybe looking out for us so well, and it was a system that became so greedy that has put the entire world under tremendous pressure to pay, and at the end not really enjoy your life, which is what you're here to do, or one of the things that you come here to do is to be happy. So without further ado, I have written some notes, so I'm just going to go through a few points. But yeah, as I was saying, 2025 feels to me it has been this bridge year in which we have been able to really embrace the new, and it is, the scales are tipping. The 144,000 are thriving and doing their thing. We're all coming into our power, and why not? I'm one of them, and I have been all my life. I knew there was a different way to do things, and I was going to put myself on the line, which I have done, in order to change the world, basically for the better. So, and I always believed that it could happen. For some people it's maybe not very obvious still, but to me I can see this huge change in the world. I mean, so many, in my area, for example, some of the biggest cities. I live close to Valencia. Valencia is an incredible city, and there's so much always going on, and it's a place where spending money on having fun, or spending your life having fun, has been major always. We have this celebration here. This isn't what I wanted to talk about, but since I'm I'm going there, and it is relevant because it's the spirit of my people here in this area, which I'm very proud of. So we do have this celebration. It's called Fallas, in which these massive sculptures made out of papier-mâché and other elements are created, and then they're burned, because we celebrate beauty, creation, and burning everything down every year to create the new. And this I mean, it comes with a lot more, with a lot of fireworks and celebrations. This to me, sometimes I thought when I was a child that this was a tremendous waste of money that was used in something that, could be used in things that are not so impermanent. But as I grow, I get a sense of, it is such a powerful message that we actually burn the old. It's hard to get rid of the old and burn the old to create the new, but you have to make space for the new by getting rid of the old. So this is one of the things I would like to talk about today. So finishing 2025, having a nice clear up of things that we don't want or need necessarily in our house, in our life and our house. Okay, so but first of all, I'm going to go through my notes. So point number one, there must be another way. So there must be another way, to me, is the starting point, which in my life I came onto this point when it was around 2010. And I had for like 20 years been working like crazy to pay tax, just to pay my tax and pay my, you know, my living existence, not necessarily to live a life of grandeur or anything. And I had a good job, but all my money went into tax. And I'm sure so many of you can be represented in this. So the little mouse in the wheel. Living in London, the 9 to 5, more than 9 to 5. It was like 6 to 7, 6 in the morning to 7 in the evening. And then I went home and I had my chores at home, and looking after my daughter, making dinner and washing clothes and so on. It was tough. And one day I came to this point of enough. This is enough. There must be another way. And since that moment, a big awakening I went through, because I was exercising my free will and my intention to change. So you have to want to change. You have to want to break with the old. You might not know what's coming around the corner or in the future or in 1 year or 10 years. It might take you 10 years or 20 to change. Hopefully not that long, but it probably has been like that for me, like a long 20-year change. So we're talking about 2010. 2010 is 2025, so 15 years in which I have been driven by the change and this other way that I knew there had to be another way there. So, and I would like to refer to a person. Her name is Helen Schucman, I believe is pronounced. She wrote A Guide for Miracles, and also reading this book, in the intro, it tells you about how she came to this moment of not being satisfied with how her psychology career was going and how she was helping people, and feeling like that wasn't correct and there had to be a different way. So many people, like I always bring up Dolores Cannon because I love her so much and her work, and she also came to a point of, you know, of changing what was there before. So many people traditionally trained with psychology have gone on to other ways. So we are the new era, and we are embracing these other ways. Of course, being in the old ways had an element of control, because even the controllers then they knew some secrets of our existence. They knew that we're able to create our own reality just without thought and you know, some action. As of course I've talked about this in one of my other videos. But yeah, there was an element of, we've got one over you because we have these secrets. We're not going to make them public. We're keeping them for ourselves, and that helps us. Giving you breadcrumbs because we've managed to control the education, control, you know, the many systems, political, financial, basically all of them. and that's how we were being directed, by being told the limited amount that was given to us. Humanity really has gone through a terrible time, really. So I feel that all this knowledge is out in the open now. There are many people giving out the word, and here's my little grain of sand into this ocean or this desert of awakening. So there must be another way. That is the beginning. Like Helen Schucman, she wrote with William Thetford. They wrote a guide for miracles, and this book is a great guide. If you haven't read it, I suggest you do. It's an interesting read. You can't read it all in once. They do courses, so you can do like a chapter each day. Okay, so but I'm not here to promote anyone's work. I'm just giving you ideas. So point number one, the initiation for change. It has to come from you. It can't be given to you by the universe, your angels, your support team. It has to come from you. So you are the one who needs to take that step. That you want to change. That you want to live your life differently. Okay, so mindset, intention for change. There you go. I already spoke about that. So I was just reading my next point. I always do this. Okay, so it brings opportunities for growth. So once you do this, the universe is aligned to give you what you're asking for, because you're in the vibration now to want change. Okay, so what's important? You can achieve anything that you anything that you need to. I wrote here. If you can dream it, right? Okay, so to realize that anything can be achieved, okay, and this is large, big, and it is. You can achieve anything if you can think of it, if you can dream it, if you can picture it in your mind. That is the first step to make it happen and real. So people like Walt Disney said this, and also Steve Jobs. He also said a similar sentence. Walt Disney said, if you can dream it, you can make it happen. Steve Jobs said something like, if you can think it, you can make it happen. Something similar like that. So so these people are not just saying this, oh yeah, you can do it. No. They understood that we live in a quantum world, meaning that is made of information. It's like we're living inside of a computer, basically. And when you put commands, this is the way to realize things. That anything can be realized in this experience, in this world we live in, because it is an information world. Okay, it's not just physical, as in stone and mortar. It is consciousness. So when you realize this, the physical world is not as physical as we think. You start your journey into this magical world in which you can do anything, because you become a bender. Sorry, in the UK they say bender for something else. You become like you bend reality. You can bend reality with your mind when you realize that by thinking it, you start setting an intention and moving the wheels for the universe to respond to you, to your wishes and your creations, your mind's creations. Okay, so, and that works for the good and the bad. So you have to be careful what you think about. So you need to be really, really positive. So train yourself to be very positive and think of the things that you want in your life. So why not think about them, elaborate on them, dream about them, write about them, do videos about them, talk to people about them, or maybe not so much. They say your dreams, your plans, you should keep to yourself. But yeah, give it give them force, give them intention, attention. Okay, so look at them, dream them, just keep thinking what you want to see. Now, for a long time, I've thought of, I'm very focused on the world that I want to see outside of me, and I see it. And there was a time in which I was focused on the things that I didn't like, and it was curiosity for me to keep looking at those things to see what else I could find that was wrong. And in my experience, one day maybe I'll talk about this, but I saw all of these things really expanding so much, and culminating with maybe the pandemic, and I mean, we probably were a big part in creating this. The people that before that time we saw it coming, and we investigated it like secret plans of the cabal, or the elite or whatever. And yeah, I was part of that. Sorry, I have to admit that I had a time in 4D, I would say, in like conspiracy world, and I investigated. I think you have to go from 3D to 4D to 5D and 6 and above, in order to you have to go through that 4D in order to realize that giving thought to the negative is not helping anyone. And then you go to you realize everything what I just said, that you're able to make with your mind. So, but before that, you don't really know so much this. So we are parts of creation, and we have the creative power of the divine. And so many people are already realizing this, and it's great to see that we live in a world where people are giving so much energy to the good stuff, to creating a beautiful, colorful, fun world in which we don't have to be slaves of work, and we can yes, work and create and do what we do, but life is to be enjoyed. So, and more we're having the help of technology to make our life easier. I've spoken about this in another video, that AI and technology, they're also consciousness, so we shouldn't look at it with fear. Right, I'm going to move on to another point. Okay, so when you do this, focusing on your desires, envisioning what you want to see in the world or in your life, give it some patience. Okay, so you won't see results straight away, but by all means, when you do see results, acknowledge them, and you can be thankful. Be thankful for the little changes, the little magical moments. Right, so it's important that you let go of the reins of your horse and you surrender to the will of the universe. The universe is huge and you are part of it, but you're not all of it. So the universe holds in itself everything that can be enacted for your life to expand onto what your thinking is. So allow it. You can't pull from the energy of God if you don't allow God to act and you trust it. You say, okay, I don't know how you're going to do this, or I'm not sure what's happening today. Just trust that everything always happens for you and for your benefit. And don't think otherwise, because you're materializing that as well. You're giving thought, you're not going to start giving thought to, oh, nothing ever happens right for me. Oh, that mindset. I can't believe I said that. I'm not a person that says that ever. Oh, everything always goes wrong for me. But you could feel it, and I've had times when I go, oh, bugger all, why everything is going wrong for me always, oh God, don't ever say that. Why to say that? Acknowledge when it goes right, and when it goes wrong, just see it as part of the journey. Just ignore it, basically. I mean, not ignore it. You can see it. You go, oh, okay. There's still something there to be working. Because you create everything. You create absolutely everything. Okay, let's go to the next. I do some notes because, as you know, I tend to divagate. Is that even English? Right, 2025, 2026. Okay, let's get to this point. I would like to talk to you about to be mindful, which is the title of the video. To be mindful of your life, and now taking into account the time of the year we're arriving to, you can start thinking at the end of 2025. December has this vibration of, okay, we're getting ready now. We're gonna stop soon working, have a bit of time for introspection, or for party and for family, and this is a great time to revise 2025. What did you like about it? What have you done? How have you grown? What have been your achievements? And what things of it you need to get rid of, not of 2025, but of your life, of your habits, of your your items that you might have. Change your vehicle, clean your house, nurture what you have, get rid of things. Okay, so a lot of cleaning. Okay, so cleaning yourself, your house, your space. Losing a bit of weight. Get ready, because there's going to be a couple of like really big meals. So yeah, having those good habits, a bit of exercise, eating well, intermittent fasting. It's a great way to give your body a little break, so your other systems other than your digestion can kick in and do their work as well. So I have personally been loving myself so much, my body. You can take it for granted sometimes, and your body changes. So personally, for example, I'm the age I am going through menopause, and I've been writing about this as well. In fact, I wrote a book about these changes and how you can tackle it in a natural way. Some things have been researched. I do a lot of research, but some things are intuitive, and a channel. I'll talk to you about my channeling again. I don't do my channeling on the camera, but I will, because I'm getting new tools for channeling as well. So going back to the body and the book, I will write a note. It's being sold on Amazon. I'll write a note for you if you're interested in this sort of material. If you're a woman or know a woman who's struggling through this time in a life. For me, it's been like right at the end of it, I realized that yes, there are things that you need to do, because I wasn't doing anything to get yourself sorted back into balance and feeling well. There are things that your body start missing, like magnesium, collagen and things like that you're not able to produce so much, and other things. But you can do these just by little changes in your diet and exercise, and your mindset, like I was talking about. Yeah, I'll give you the name of my book. Well, I'll write the link below. It's called The Sacred Woman, and you can find it under my name, Gloria Reig, on Amazon, and it's sold in English and Spanish. So because people keep saying to me, you write everything in English, and I can't understand it in Spain, so I had to write everything in Spanish as well. I'm really excited about this because it's a beautiful book, and also it talks about the journey of a woman and getting to love yourself again, and in a way it's what I've been doing. So I've realized that for me personally, when I started getting intuitive messages and doing this, I elevated myself, like I say. I went up there when I had problems in my life. I guess it was difficult to deal with, around culminating in 2023, and I decided to go up, become a spiritual, and get these tools. And I was very connected to my guides and entities like Saint Michael helped me a lot, Saint George, Raphael, and you know, my spirit team. I'm very thankful for everyone, yeah, every master that's been giving me support. Thank you. And so, but that summing it all up, it ended in me neglecting a little bit my physical life and my physical body, not neglecting it, but not feeling so much in it. And so I'm really going into my womanly body. It's here, as you can see, full of good stuff. And yeah, I have been really loving myself, learning to love myself again. And so that's something that is latent in my book. It also ties in with knowledge from the Essenes that came in the found scrolls of the Dead Sea, and also many other readings that I've done. So incredible, beautiful, ancient knowledge how to look after your body and your mind, and with nature. So anyway, going back to my script. Right, so we talked about making the first changes. There must be another way. That's how you start. Asking, saying, stating it, using your will, your free will, your intention, knowing that anything can happen for you, and setting intention for the new year. Yeah, I was talking about cleaning and summing up what you have done in 2025, and of course setting intention for the new year. What do you ask for the new year? Maybe it would be good to journal and write things down, how you see your life will be. Also, if you do journaling, why not find, because this is something that I haven't done, but I'm sure I wrote my intentions last year, and I'm going to go in contrast with what has happened and what I actually did right as my intention for this year, and see how many goals I have accomplished. And we can do this the same for the 2026. I think the whole world is coming to a time which is marvelous and beautiful, and so many people are making this change. Basically, the change is to choose to live the life that you want to live. No excuses, no feeling trapped by society or whatever. Work, choose the work that vibes with you, then your life won't feel like you actually work at all. And give a lot of energy to joy. You deserve to enjoy every minute of your life. You deserve to have an abundant life full of physical, beautiful things that you wish to have, You can have it all. You deserve it. Okay, so know that. Claim it. Claim your wealth. Claim your beauty. Claim your well-being. Claim your happiness. Claim your joy. And claim your health. So with that, and a little note to gratitude, is always really important to recognize what we do have. And I'm very thankful myself for everything that I have in my life. The learning that I've achieved, the family that I have, my friends, my everyday life, my pets, my beautiful cat that always comes here, and the other cat I have too. I'm thankful for it all. And recognizing with you when you what you have is the doorway to receiving more. So be grateful for the little things and the big ones. When you put intention and things happen to you, acknowledge them. Acknowledge them. And make that connection to converse with your higher self and the universe. Okay, you can start, if you don't do it already. Many people are doing this, also gaining talking with each other through telepathy. Okay, by acknowledging it. Also, it's important to acknowledge when you think of someone or giving a message mentally to someone and then they come to you. Oh, well, I have to tell you what happened to me recently as setting intention. So I was going through, I live here in this city where I was born here, but I was away for many years, and I'm here again, and everyone has moved on. Not that I'm intending, I would expect to hang out with my friends from primary school, or which is secondary, which is the last time I was living here. But yeah, sometimes I don't feel like I have so much of a tribe here. My tribe are you. My tribe are there. You guys are my tribe. You, everyone on the internet. Hello. Okay, so yes, it's true. It's true. I do know people, but I was feeling a little bit. I thought, why is it that I don't have that many friends here? Like, I don't have like a group, and I thought there must be people who are aligned with me in my vicinity. I was thinking about my vicinity, but also I connected with the people who I have loved. Not anyone in particular, but everyone, you know, like I want to feel more connected with people who love me and I love, and feel that strong connection. And all of a sudden, this one friend of mine from back in the UK, she used to work with me, and other friends. This one person, she's a very dear person to me. If she saw my video, I love you. She made a group of the girlfriends that we were, you know, we worked together and we had a great bunch, and we stayed in touch through different jobs and through many years, and of course life changes so much. This is about 30 years ago, honestly. And anyway, all of a sudden she made a group and she put everyone in contact, and now we're going to plan, I don't know, holidays or something. So exciting! I love them so much, and this happened just after I made the intention to be in touch. So think about it, just from the power of your mind. I connected with her because I'm very connected with her. We always were, and she's a very advanced being. Yeah, beautiful girl. So that is so nice. Okay, so I hope you liked my video. If you're inclined to check my book, it's very, very cheap. I hardly make any royalties from it. It's just information that I put out there. It's around 12 euros or something like that. But everything, all the money goes into printing. Well, most of the money. Amazon takes their bit. And the printing is very, very expensive because it's full of beautiful images. And it's not a huge book, but it's a nice little present for someone maybe, and it's a nice read. I loved making it, and I put in there a lot of wisdom as to how to deal with menopause, basically, because I didn't deal with it very well because I didn't do anything at all, and I started putting on weight and feeling really achy and no energy and terrible things. All my joints were hurting. So I started implementing different things, and with exercise and lifestyle and mindset, learning to love my body again. So that was a huge change, and it's all there anyway. So yeah, I will be posting again before Christmas, but for now I'm going to say goodbye and thank you for coming to my channel. See you again.